What's good? What's good? What's good, world? What's going on? Yours truly, DJ Hen. I was checking in for the Good Dope Podcast. Man, first show of the brand new year. Glad to be here. My partner Marley B is out on travel work today, so she'll be back with us. We'll be in the studio next week, live at 11 a.m. So low. I just wanted to check in and tell y'all what's happening, what's good with it. Glad to be back. Big shout out to my man DJ Dark, man. Good looking out, homeboy. Got me looking together there, boy. That's right, for sure. Hey, man, so I'm going to jump right off into it, man. A whole lot has happened over the entire year, man, already. Like, it's just February, Black History Month. I missed a whole month. I had death in the family, but nonetheless, I'm here. I'm stronger and better than ever. Shout out to the whole Alexander family. Appreciate them holding me down. So listen, let's get right off into the business, man. Let's not hold it up. Black History Month is in full effect. And how about this? Are you going to watch President Biden do the State of the Union tonight? Now, here's my opinion. I got mad respect for President Biden, just in terms of the things that he has been able to accomplish. However, there's a whole lot of stuff that's completely out of his control. And I think it's unrealistic for us as Americans to think that any president, I don't care who it was, would have been able to deal with the unprecedented global pandemic that we had. That's the elephant in the room that put us into this situation where inflation is like it is. Now, we can't worry about the other countries as far as I'm concerned, but in the same token, it's going on all over the world. So we not in this by ourselves. I understand, but we not. All the other crazy stuff that they talking about, I ain't really trying to hear it. Because it don't matter what president it would have been. I don't care who it would have been. It would have been a hard goal to make it through this pandemic. I'm just being honest with you. So, with that being said, are you watching it? Because, my opinion, I can't see Biden running again. 80 plus years old. Even with Trump, he'll be 80. Why? Why? Why Paw Paw can't be Paw Paw and not have the responsibility of trying to run a country? Would you want that responsibility on your grandparents? I'm just curious. I wouldn't want my grandparents in that position. I wouldn't. I just wouldn't. No kind of way would I want my grandparents to be in a position at 80 years old. They worrying about the United States of America. You don't know your last days. Why aren't you enjoying life? And I'm not saying you can't be a civil servant and do that, but in the same token, I can't see it. You know what I mean? No different than Tom Brady retiring. Like, dog, time's up. Clearly, look at what we got. Look at the new younger quarterbacks in the league now. You know what I mean? And we'll get into that as well. But yeah, I was just curious about what y'all thought about that. If y'all gonna be checking that out. So moving right along, here's something else interesting on the political side. This dude George Santos, right? So I'm trying to figure out how is it that half of the country supports these kind of extremist guys. The other half don't, right? But it's clear that he's a liar. It's obvious. Like, it's obvious. They done fact checked everything. Everything he says has been a lie. Why is it he's not removed from office, but you get rid of Ohan and Adam Schiff and Solwell? Like, it doesn't make sense. And again, as always, the Republicans don't have a plan. They just here to burn it down. Interesting, but yeah. So I'd keep my eyes open if I was you, ladies and gentlemen. I certainly would. Now, carrying on. Let's get into sports. Ladies and gentlemen, LeBron James is very well close to taking down the scoring champion. Now, of course, there's been a lot of debate in regards to the Michael Jordan, LeBron James story. And, as a fan of Michael Jordan, he did a phenomenal job. He ain't LeBron James. He ain't. He was a shit for his era. He most certainly was. Same thing with LeBron. He the shit for his era. You can't knock that. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. The numbers ain't lying. Clearly. Did he have more games to do it in? Yes. The league is different. You think about the rappers now, how much more money they getting than what the rappers got before. It's different. But the one thing that's important, in order for LeBron James to be where he is, it had to be a Michael Jordan. It had to be a Kobe Bryant. Let's never forget those facts. See that path that the youth is enjoying? Some other people came and laid down that work long beforehand. Long beforehand. Is there some new things in the mix? Like the NITs and things along the lines of that, were you able to make money as a college player? Oh, yeah, those definitely help. And we're excited about that. We're glad to be in a space where y'all able to capitalize on that. But I need them to understand, and I'm saying the youth to understand, a lot of work went in prior to y'all, and a lot of people didn't get paid the money that y'all getting because they created this situation in order for you to get there. Understand that. Respect the history. Don't talk about I was the first to do this and I was the first to do that. Be thankful about your accomplishments. Be humble about them because they came on the backs of somebody else, even for myself and my parents and our parents' parents, all of that. All these people that came from slavery and all of that, whose families laid down and gave up a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more for the advancement of black people. With yet us still so far to go. I was gonna try to stay off of this topic, but I'm gonna have to address it just because the young man out of Memphis, Trey Nichols, who was killed, a very, 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 very unfortunate situation and scene for the entire country, especially considering what we went through with George Floyd. I will commend the Memphis Police Department for actively getting out in front of it. And what I mean by that is, of course, I don't feel like it would have been the same way had there been white officers. I'm just being honest with you. Too many times in the past, there's been a situation where what we look for, we never get. Justice. It's unfortunate, but it's just the truth. We don't get it. So for them to move as swiftly as they did, and of course it's us. It's quick when it's us. Wasn't no trips to Burger King, no. We stopping to do none of that. It's quick when us. It's expedited. We'd have been waiting 5 months, 6 months, a year to get that footage had it been anybody else. But that's the system pitting us against each other because of, and this is my opinion. This is my opinion. Because at the point, here's the black police chief there in Memphis. No, they want to hold her feet to the fire. She's had some discrepancies in her history, but at the end of the day, she did what rightfully she needed to do. Hold these officers accountable. And the most important thing is, how painful is that for us as a community, as a society, to deal with the idea that these 5 black cops beat to death another black guy. There was no threat to them. You all seen the video like I did. They say he went for his gun. I ain't seen none of that. Only thing I seen was the initial stop and yanking him out the car. And him talking about, what y'all doing this? All of y'all, every one of them officers look like they three times his weight. Every one of them. You say he went for a gun, when did he go for it? And then here was the other question. They tased him and he got up and ran away. Interesting. So now you really get Operation Whoop Ass because when we catch you, because you'd have made us run and chase you, and we don't do that. Oh, no, no, no. The only issue is, officers, y'all moving like the young people. Like y'all don't think it's a camera every goddamn where. Y'all do dirt, and there it is. Just no regard for human life. Period. In 2023, no regard for human life. But you want to plead innocent. Okay. In any event, I personally don't feel any remorse for those 5 officers only because of the simple fact of you would think with how society has treated us over the years, they would show some kind of compassion, some humility to this young brother who y'all, hands down, that was a gang beating. You stand this dude up and just prop him up and bow, bow, just knocking this dude's head off. Like, that was despicable. Like, I couldn't believe that, especially to see for police officers. I'm from the city. I get it. I've seen the beatdowns on the streets. I've been a part of them. I've been in them. I know what that is. You officers of the law, you got a badge. We pay y'all salary. You supposed to serve and protect. Instead, you kill your own. That's crazy. It's crazy to me. But on a lighter note, because I'll get on that and we'll be there for a while. On a lighter note, how about this? Let's put our hands together, make some noise for the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs for the Super Bowl. 2 black quarterbacks for the first time in NFL history will play each other for the Super Bowl. That's huge, man. That's really huge. That is really, really huge. When you think about how us as black people are constantly striving in entertainment and sports. You know what I mean? Like we constantly thriving. You can't deny that. Shout out to Jalen Hurts. Shout out to Patrick Mahomes. My personal pick, I'm going on record for saying this. My personal pick will be the Philadelphia Eagles for the win. It's going to be a tight game. I don't see a blowout. I see 2 very good defensive teams. And it's going to come down to how well they contain those quarterbacks, because that's what both teams' bread and butter is. You can shut down the runners, shut down the wide receivers. Well, what you going to do? You're going to have to make that commitment to either get the quarterback or get the receiver, or get the quarterback or get the running back. That's where the choice is going to come in at. I believe Philly has that advantage. That's me. Now, on to some other news. The Pro Bowl. What did y'all think about the Pro Bowl? The 2023 Pro Bowl was held this past weekend out in Las Vegas. And I have to say, I wasn't completely let down by the show itself. Only because of the simple fact of, A, as they said, it's football reimagined. It ain't the same as it had been before. Now, like my homegirl Stephanie said, it was like soft porn with a lot of heavy breathing. I get it, because it was. But I enjoy watching them compete and doing some other stuff outside of just football stuff, the stuff that they might be doing in camp. They then elevated that to a part of the game where, okay, we got this challenge. Like, I enjoyed them dudes having to get there, take all them weights off, and pull that bench. You know what I mean? That was huge to me. I was impressed with that. You know what I mean? But just overall with the 3 games for it, because I'm a Detroit Lions fan, of course, I was a little worried about Jared Goff because, dog, you can't tell me everybody else get touchdowns and you can't get one. But when he hit St. Brown, and St. Brown, however, shined. St. Brown shined for us. He made us look good as Lions fans. He did. He really did. But shout out to the Pro Bowl, man. Looking forward to Super Bowl Sunday. Yeah, looking forward to Super Bowl Sunday. Now, let's talk about music. Let's get into the music game real quick. Shout out to the Grammys, which was last weekend or this past weekend as well. Um, a lot of different storylines out of there. First of all, let's give a big shout out to Viola Davis for winning the EGOT Award. That's the Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony. She's one of only a few who's actually been able to create that and do that, and that's huge, man. That's really huge. So shout out to Viola Davis for that. Beyonce has more Grammys than anybody. That's a whole message right there. She is the GOAT for her generation. She is the GOAT for her generation. She's created some stuff that you just, what you gonna do? It's like LeBron and his numbers. What you gonna do? You gotta respect it. Say what you want, but spell their name right. Now, as in terms of respect for B and the Beehive and all that, I'm not spending $15,000 though to come sit on the floor and watch you in concert. Oh, excuse me, 30 if you're taking a date. Oh, okay. 30,000 to watch a show. I don't get a refund. It ain't even that much dinner that's gonna be involved in it for me to even be able to say it was worth it. I just can't see it. And if you spend 30,000 on attending, what you spend on your outfit and transportation, are you getting a room? You staying down there? So we talking about maybe $35,000, $40,000, a $40,000 night to go watch. See, for me, here's my thing. And maybe I'm just a little spoiled because I've been in the business a little while. Before I go and spend that $15,000, I'm gonna call my people that's in the industry and say, "Hey, I'm trying to go to the concert." Because clearly, if you're in that space, they want you in the building if you got that kind of bread. I'm sorry. If you in that space, they want you there. Now, granted, they there to get their money, but me personally, I just can't see me spending that kind of money for nobody. Not just Beyonce. I think she's a phenomenal entertainer. There's no diss to her. Jay-Z, same. That's one of my favorite artists. I'm not spending $15,000 to go see you perform. I don't look at it like that way. I'm not hating on nobody that do. I'm just talking about me. Respect it. But anyway, shout out to Beyonce, man. Good luck on the tour. At the point that everybody worried about the Ticketmaster fiasco that happened with Taylor Swift, they went to a whole total different approach, which was smart on Ticketmaster brand to say, hey, no, we just gonna have some rolling dates, but we gonna make sure the Beehive get their opportunity first. Makes sense because that's a part of being in that fan club. I wonder how many of them buying them $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 tickets. Ooh wee. Anyway, keeping things moving. Now, there was some suspected drama, if you will, at the Grammys with Takeoff and Quavo. Apparently, there was a verbal argument between the two. Now, apparently, audio has surfaced of Cardi B backstage saying, quote, "It's all of y'all. It's both of y'all." Now, we don't have video. TMZ and a few other outlets said that it was a physical altercation. That has not been confirmed. And I would probably just have to say in 2023, backstage, the Grammys, if it was a physical altercation, it'd have been video. Somebody would have had it on video. I'm sure of that. Just ain't no doubt about it. Now, how that audio got caught and wasn't no video to it remains in question. But, oh well, there it is. But either way, hopefully them two brothers can kind of get together, and I know they situation is still soft or sensitive to them. You know what I mean? And I can understand that. Hopefully they can get to a place where they're able to sit down and really hash some things out because it's just the wrong way for them to go out, in my opinion. Yeah, that's the wrong way. On to some other news. Shout out to my man Sleazy World and the Choice on Snapdog going out on tour, hitting about 20 cities. That is going to be incredible, man. Shout out to Snapdog. Shout out to my boy Floss a lot. Shout out to Steezy's, Marijuana Strand, sponsoring the tour. Shout out to Big Hef, man. Shout out to the Nerve DJs. Shout out to the Next Level DJs. The Next Level DJs. The Next Level DJs. As we get ready to push this tour around the country. If you in any of these markets that the tour's coming up on, you can get on my Instagram page, look on there at the tour dates. But if you in them markets, let me know. We trying to pull up on you. I'm going to definitely be out in a few of them markets myself, shaking hands and saying what's up to my homies all over the country. So big shout out to that, man. Big shout out to that. That's what's up, man. Now, don't forget, the Good Dope Podcast comes your way each and every Tuesday, 11 a.m. till 12 noon. You can check us out live on our YouTube channel, the Good Dope Podcast on YouTube, hosted by yours truly, DJ Henhouse, along with my homie, Marley B. She'll be back on deck starting next Tuesday. She'll be back in the office. She out traveling today, had some work going. But outside of that, we'll be back in the studio next Tuesday, ready to go all the way up and hard for y'all. We got some special interviews coming up. I'm talking about y'all going to be incredible. Y'all going to really be surprised. We're going around and visiting a few marijuana dispensaries. I got some stuff really coming down the way for that, so y'all definitely want to look out for that. Speaking of which, shout out to all of Aquariuses. Team Aquarius, where you at, how you feel, how you be. Yours truly, DJ Henhouse, right there with you. I want to say big shout out to my homegirl, Coco, the comic. She got a big comedy show coming up. And happy birthday to her. Women in the comics. Shout out to my man, Sean P. That's his show. Shout out to my boy, Foolish. Foolish, another Aquarius. Big Aquarius jump off. Big Aquarius jump off. Shout out to my girl, Mama Shoe, over there in Highland Park, Avalon Village. They are doing Dilla Day, the youth version. That's going to be phenomenal. Shout out to Jay Dilla, one of my homies. We go back a gazillion years. R.I.P. to Dilla forever. You know what I mean? It's them donuts for sure. Now, as for yours truly, DJ Henhouse, well, guess what? I started officially last Friday, kind of, sort of. Shout out to my man, Jay Cuts. Shout out to everybody at the Wild Mustangs. Appreciate your homeboy. I owe you one. Trust me, I know I owe you one. I do. I owe you, bro. I got you. But tonight, check me out live. Corktown Tavern for Coast to Coast Artist Showcase. That's tonight, starting at 9 p.m. You want to get there early because I'm telling you, it's going to be bananas. We got artists from all over competing to be in the contest and win $50,000 tonight. Corktown Tavern. You need more info, hit me up on my Instagram at DJ Henhouse. Also, this Friday night, shout out to the Detroit Plump Playmates as we get ready to bring you Freaky Friday, the pre-Valentine's Day jump off. This is going to be the BBW explosion. Oh, yeah. Lot of flesh. Yeah, a lot of flesh. For you BBW lovers, you want to check that out, hit me up on the gram, get my info, holler at your boy. I'll make sure I tie you in on that. February 11th, my birthday celebration will be at the Tompkins Community Center in East Point. No, excuse me. That's Grosse Point. Starting at 7 o'clock. Got food on the menu, everything. Flyers on my Instagram page. All you got to do is holler at your boy. I'll tag you in on that as well. I got to give a big, crazy shout out to Detroit's newest drinking den. It's called Soul on Ice. Big shout out to Will Phelps. I got to give a big shout out to my man, Kelly Holmes, and the entire staff over there. When I say this is some real super ultra sexy shit going on, you just got to check it out. Soul on Ice on Livernois. I'm there typically on Saturdays. Look for me, but follow my page. You'll see the updates on my schedule because everybody do a different set time or what have you. So just stay posted with me on that side of it. Then coming up on Thursday, February the 16th, my birthday celebration at the Craft Cannabis Club. Me and my man DJ Mix is doing one mic. That's going to be a huge open showcase featuring artists from the city of Detroit as well. It's going to be bananas. Y'all definitely want to be a part of it. Man, holler at your boy. We got all that action going on for you. Guaranteed. You feel me? Listen, I'm not going to hold y'all up. I ain't going to keep y'all rolling all day. All I'm going to say is thank you very much for joining me for this Good Dope podcast. Again, next Tuesday, 11 a.m., we'll be live and on the air. Holla at your boy. Yours truly, DJ Henhouse.